Look at this. I'm in the shower and this is the view. Great, innit? Outside shower, in the warm. And yesterday morning, I had a shower at 5 o'clock in the morning underneath the stars. Pretty damn epic. Alright, look at this, look at this. I can see people walking about. And if I can see people, that means people can see me. That's all I'm saying to that one. This is like a peeping Tom ideal scenario, really, isn't it? But I don't think anybody's that bothered. I mean, it's Bali. It is what it is. It is day 4 in Bali. I've gone for pineapple juice this morning. It's nice as well because, I mean, the pineapple juice in England tastes a lot stronger than this. This kind of doesn't have that much of a taste to it, and it's because they've not added anything. They've literally just blended up a pineapple and shoved it in a glass, which is grand. Had a cold shower as well this morning. Got up 6:30. Had a normal shower and then whacked it on cold for the last sort of 2 minutes, which is really good for you. Going on a full-on detox, I think, this week. Apart from the tea. I'm still drinking that. Look at the absolute size of these red ants. Just for comparison, that's my thumb. And look at them all. Woo! Huge! Absolutely huge. There's my finger. Oh, you can't go on really get any closer to you guys. Massive. Look at them all up there. Okay, so I have rented a scooter today. It is my first time. Never rented one before, but I've got the appropriate footwear on. Got my trousers on, I've got my long sleeve top. So with any luck, well, I say with any luck, I am actually taking all the necessary precautions. Never driven one before. I'm kind of glad there's nobody around to watch, to be honest, as I get on and figure out this stuff for the first time. But I'm going to go up rather than down. And when I told the guy I'd never driven one before, he looked concerned. He was like, well, you know, it takes a good couple of months for us to order in the parts. If you damage it, and obviously that'd be the scooter action. And then he was like, no insurance. I was like, it'd be fine. If I'm not happy, if I'm not comfortable, I'll turn around and come back. But the only way is to sort of get on and have a go, really, innit? We'll see what happens. Got my helmet. Quite nervous about this. But people I was talking to yesterday said that just takes a bit of getting used to and it's kind of fine, so we'll see what happens. That's where I'm going. Look at that, absolutely idyllic. And I'm driving a moped around. I've realised it's easier to steer the faster you go. I don't mean like, you know, 60 miles an hour, but in general, if you're crawling along, you're going to find it much more difficult to steer. So it's just a case of putting some gas on and seeing what happens. Yeah, putting the gas on and just steering it down. We're going downhill now, obviously, so we'll see. I'm going up to Cinnamon. Some beautiful views up here, really beautiful. Okay, I stopped for some water. Turns out it's not water, it's a little energy drink, iron supply drink, which is fine because it tastes actually quite nice and it's liquid. So I'm just, the view is stunning. As you can hear, there's some sort of rooster nearby, but I'm about to continue. I'm actually getting the hang of this thing, mate. I'm telling you, this is the way to travel in Bali. Found this really cute little stream. I'm kind of desperate to go down and not quite sure how. I think there's a little path the other side there. I'm gonna have to check that out. But right now, I found this little thing, this weird path that leads God knows where. So, I guess I'm gonna go and have a little explore. find out. Oh, that's cute, a little dam. The dam. Found the little path down to the water. Let's see what's going on down here. Hello. Hi. Right, this is lovely. Washing their clothes makes you kind of grateful for first world technology, doesn't it, folks? And there's a woman over there just having a bath, naked as the day she was born. Tell you what, you really feel the difference of the coolness when you're on that bike, because it is hot. It is very hot. But I mean, come on. This river, I've just had seen one woman having a wash, naked, and I've seen a couple of others doing the weekly laundry in there. So it's clearly quite an important thing for the locals. Beautiful. So I've just had the fear of God pointing to me. I nearly ran over a snake, like a luminous green snake that like slithered right in front of the path, right in front of me. I just went ah and slammed on. I was gonna hit it. If I'd have just kept going, I'd have hit it. Ran over it. Dead snake. So I just slammed on and waited for it to like slither in the path. Obviously they're like lovely poisonous because it's luminous green. And then it sort of slithered off into the grass. Like, but I'm alive. I live to tell the tale. Not quite as awesome as the time I nearly got eaten by an alligator in Florida. Jess was there. She knows what really happened. She knows the truth. But I can add nearly attacked by snake onto the list of dramatic things that happened to me. Of all the things I expected to see in Bali, ducks, not one of them. Just gone behind the bushes. More people working. But these temples are freaking everywhere you go. I've made it to the waterfall. And it's quite pretty. That's the main entrance. Look at that. Just green everywhere you go. But see, it is the rainy season. Unlike oh Jesus Christ, you're having a laugh. But unlike California, Hollywood Hills, where everything's brown and dry, 9, 10, 11 months out of the year, this is just really beautiful. Just green everywhere. Right, see you at the top. This is right at the top of the waterfall. Right here. Tell you what though, that banana smoothie was well fit. Banana chocolate smoothie. Just got back down from the waterfall. Hello! And obviously all the bikes lined up. Luckily, I know which one's mine. It's that one there. So, I mean, that's some skill right there. That is some skill. Beautiful around here, really beautiful. I think I'm gonna make my way back to where I'm staying, get a massage, because, you know, when in Rome, and maybe grab some swimming gear and come back. Am I right? Okay, so I'm in the waterfall. The water is actually quite cool. This is kind of nice and refreshing. Oh, let me get in a little bit. Right. And look at that view. Okay, so it's 6:10 in the evening. Look at that view. Let me have a sit and I'll catch you up. Just met a lovely Egyptian couple that live in China, in Beijing. And I think there was a Chinese sort of influencer or something. Anyway, she was going down, she was getting all these pictures. And the Egyptian couple, the guy was like, oh, they're having an argument in Chinese because he's not getting very good photos for her or something, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, really beautiful. I think it's just a case of chilling when I get in this evening. So just stopped off somewhere for something to eat, and I love how they've got fish and chips is in the international cuisine section. Look at that. Because I suppose over here it is international cuisine, isn't it? Huh. Exciting stuff. I'm gonna order some local food, I think. So just ordered a antioxidant detox juice and the Indonesian nasi campur sweet signature dish, whatever that means. Okay, so the day. It's been good. It's been really good. The guy this morning, when I went to rent the bike for the day, I mean, it would cost 100,000, which is like a fiver, literally a fiver to rent a moped for a day. And he handed over the key, and then I was like, so how does it work? And he was like, what? And I was like, well, I've never driven one before, so how does it work? He did not look impressed, like, at all. He was like, do you realise it's not insured, right? And I'm like, it'll be fine. Just show me how it works and I'll get on and I'll go. And he was like, well, you know, if you break it, you know, it's a pain because sometimes it can take months for new parts to arrive. And I'm like, I'm not going to break it. It's going to be fine. Just tell me how it switches on. Tell me where to rev it and I'll be fine. And he was like, why, okay. He did not look impressed. But anyway, sent me on my merry way. And then he watched me stumble about trying to freaking drive this thing up a hill. Oh my God. But to be fair, it is like riding a bike. Once you do it for 5 minutes, you're fine. It's not a big a deal as many people are stressing it out to be. At the waterfall, I was talking to this lovely Egyptian couple that live in China. And they were saying, well, she was saying that he's a professional because he's got one at home and he used to do it for a living and stuff, drive one of these, and so he's used to it. But the roads around here, specifically in Bali, are quite dangerous. And to be fair, Bali's not exactly known, shall we say, for its road maintenance. There's potholes everywhere. There's really like steep, sharp bends in the road, like 90 degrees, some of these bends. And there's no road to grass transition at the sides of the roads. It's just the concrete ends and it's like dunk. So if you come off, you're screwed. If you come off the road, you're screwed. You're not just going to go onto a grassy patch. You're going to come off the edge of a bloody cliff, or there's sometimes there's like a ditch that you're gonna fall into and stuff like that. It's not as simple. So you got to be really careful. And then there's the obstacles. You've got the potholes, you've got the chickens that are running round on it. Every time you come round a freaking bend, there's another chicken in the road. Although, to be fair, the teeny tiny little chicklets are like the cutest thing. I stopped to like get a photo, but this guy was like, you can't stop there, keep moving. I was like, all right, okay. But the chicklets are dead cute. And then obviously there's the snake that decided it was going to run into the road that I nearly ran over and would have hit had I not slammed on, right? And I thought I didn't want to run over the snake in case it was poisonous, and it turned around and went, you know. And then there's the people, there's the other bikes, there's all these things you're trying to avoid. But it's really nice scenery, really, really lovely scenery. You're going along and everywhere there's like rice fields just littered about. You've got the locals, and the amount of stuff that these little old ladies can get on their heads without it falling off is like unbelievable, like next level. Walking around with baskets of all sorts of stuff on their head and the little walking sticks as they're hobbling along. I suppose, to be fair, it's good for your posture, number one. And number two, it saves your back, putting on your head. It must save your back. Not a skill that I personally know many people in my life anyway have. And they've got these cool little temples as well. So every, I don't know, couple hundred yards, sometimes it's just like a statue or whatever, but there'll be this little basket underneath where somebody's like lit incense. So you're driving along on a rinky-dinky little moped down these rinky-dinky little death trap roads, avoiding the potholes, the snakes, the chickens, the stray dogs. So many stray dogs knocking about. And through rice fields for miles and miles and miles, and every 200 yards you'll get this waft of incense that just fills your nostrils, and it's really quite nice. Well, it's just a really quite a beautiful atmosphere, and everything's chill in Bali. Don't expect anything to get there in a hurry. I'm not expecting anything to get there in a hurry. Like, obviously I've just literally ordered my food, sat here for a couple of minutes, made this video, which is currently 5 minutes and 45 seconds long. My drink hadn't arrived. I didn't even order anything that extravagant, but that's okay because everything's chill in Bali. And the waterfall obviously was beautiful. There was quite a lot of people taking loads of like pictures and posing and doing all that kind of thing. And then people obviously were coming up to me saying, "Do you want us to take photos?" I was like, "Sure." So I got this Ukrainian woman to like take a bunch of different photos for me. And she was like, "Go down here. This is the first spot you want to be in. Then this is the second spot you want to be in." And I'm not a poser. And she's like, "Do different positions." I'm like, "What different positions? I move my hand. What do you want me to do?" So this one was like, "Put your hand on your knee. I put your hands out to the side." So I'm like, and she's like, "No, turn them over." So I'm like, getting me to all this different stuff. I mean, I'm not an Instagram model. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm just lying there. And then I got this Chinese woman who had beautiful, incredible nails. Like, they were like massively long nails. And I think she was working because she had some guy taking loads of different photos, and she clearly knew. You know how some people just know how to pose? She was one of the people. Oh my God. Just noticed how red my neck is. Whoopsies. Some people just know how to pose. She was one of those. Anyway, I got her to take a couple of photos for me. And then when I was talking to that Egyptian... Oh, thank you very much. Say hello.
Hello.
Oh, thank you very much. What's this?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Fried peanut.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, this drink looks lovely. Beautiful. Anyway, where was I? But this Egyptian couple that I was talking to are they live in China, so obviously they speak Mandarin, and I was having a nice conversation with them about the UK and Egypt, because I've been to Egypt, stuff like that. And then the guy around me goes, they were getting into an argument talking about the Chinese Instagram person and the guy that was taking the photos, because obviously they speak Mandarin. It's an Egyptian couple. And I was like, "What are they saying?" And he was like, "She is not very impressed with the quality of the photos that he's been taking." And he's basically saying, well, they're all the same because she's been in the same position doing the same poses, and she basically needs to mix it up a bit. So there was a little bit of drama there. But other than that, it's been a fairly lovely day. I'm now officially a moped enthusiast. Got up to 60 kilometers an hour today. It's probably like, I don't know what that is in miles an hour. I think it's about 60 kilometers. I want to say 40, 45 miles an hour. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's about 40 to 45 miles an hour. Oh my God. That food was amazing. Amazing. I cleaned every bit of it. The woman was like, oh, there's nothing left. I was like, no, there's nothing left. I even ate all the peanuts. Final night in our accommodation where we're staying today. Sabina's gone out, so I'm just having to relax and chill in the bath. I've got a cup of tea, classic, YouTube, classic, and I'm gonna sit here for a while. I also close the blinds because it's dark outside and obviously bright in here, and there's a massive glass wall. So yeah, living the dream, as it were.
No, stop.
He's missing a toe, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's his finger.
This is the plottest twist of the twistiest twist. What the flipping hell?
What are you trying to do to him?
I cannot cope with this. He turned himself into a damn rat.